Good morning everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Papercraft 67. Today I thought we'd do a quick craft with me. Again, recycling envelopes. We all get lots of these window envelopes in the mail and they are really handy for ephemera, for our junk journals. This altered envelope is not my idea. I saw this on Climmy's Creations on YouTube. Lovely lady, she does beautiful work, so I'll link her details down below. But yeah, it's like a tag pocket using an envelope. So it's very, very easy to do. The principle of the envelope is as simple as cutting a tag shape out of an envelope, and the rest of it is embellishing. So I just thought I would come on and I would show you my process for doing this little video. For doing this little project rather. I'm just checking the time. Alright. So I've just traced, I've made a couple. I always use one as a template. So I've just traced the shape of the tag onto the envelope and I'm simply now just going to cut that out. Cut out along my markings. Like that. And to get the flip down part of the envelope, it's as easy as just folding one of the sections of your envelope down to where the corners meet. And that is it. That is the construction of this piece of ephemera. So I'm going to decorate up one today for the video, and I'm just going to be using the digital kit that I'm using today is this beautiful new one. Kylie over at PaperDaisyJournals has just released a new digital called Nature Junk Journal Kit, and it's lovely. Kylie's done a lot of collaging in this kit, and it's very vintage, very nature, and a botanical. It's very pretty. So in the kit you get a page of tags. You get the 2 large and the 3 small tags. You get a collaged page like this. They're great to insert, but I also love them because I cut elements from these pages to layer up my ephemera. So you get that one. This one is beautiful. It's like a grid graph paper type thing. Very vintage, and it's been collaged with lots of plants from Kylie's gardens. From Kylie's garden. It's beautiful. So that's that one. And then this one again is another grid pattern background with lots of butterflies and stamps and things like that on it. And then you also get this page here of ephemera cut aparts, and they're really lovely. Lots of bird images, florals. There's bee. I didn't even see that till now. I'm trying to gather things for a bee journal, so that will be wonderful. These ones here I printed out just on plain copy paper, but this one I've printed out on a photo grade paper, and the colours are beautiful. So I thought we'd work with those today. What my intention is just to basically do some collage work on these, but I'm also going to make a little, use one of these for a little insert into that one, and I thought I might also use one of the smaller tags and make like a little side tuck on the envelope. So I'm going to get those things on the go first, and I'm just going to back them onto some music paper today. I am in the process of doing some coffee dyeing, but I don't have any on hand. But I thought the music paper, it's a nice sturdy music paper, and I don't know, I love music paper on anything. It instantly adds that vintage feel, I think. So I'm just going to trim this one out. So, and I'm also going to trim out this big journaling card here because I think that would look lovely inside the pocket, because you'll be able to see some of these florals through the window. So I'm just going to quickly cut out around this one. Like so, get rid of any rubbish. And yeah, that will look lovely down in there, just like that. And I'll punch a hole and put a tie on there so you can pull it up by the tie. But that's going to look very, very pretty inside there, just like so. Alright, so these two, I'm just going to stick them down on some music paper for their background. And I'm just going to use good old glue stick for this because it's, again, paper on paper. So I'm just looking at my music paper, the sheet, just to see which has got the better side to it. I think I like that side better. Alright, so if I'm wanting this side to show, I will glue onto this side. I hope everyone is keeping well. It's Saturday here in Australia. Beautiful autumn day in Brisbane. I'm loving this weather so much. So I'm just going to pop that one down there and give that a good burnish, like so. And I'm going to do the same for this journal card. Like that. And I'm just going to leave those to dry for a little while over to the side. Alright, so now I'm just going to take some of Kylie's digitals, and I'm basically just going to do some collage. Oh, they're all so pretty. Which one do you use? So I'll just rip off these white edges, those printer setting edges. And because I am going to fussy cut some of the images out from the paper line, I think I might stick to more of these, the plainer pattern for the background. So again, you just basically are collaging because you want to make sure that you keep this window section open. So I'm just going to rip that to the width of the envelope, or close enough, like so. And then I love this little daisy, PaperDaisyJournals. Go and check out Kylie's shop, absolutely beautiful. And I just thought I would just collage on the collage kind of thing. This here, I want a little bit of something different. There's a lovely piece of lace and some fern through here, so I might take that piece and just pop him straight down the edge like that. Just rip that tiny bit off the end. And now we've got this section here. Well, that could look beautiful there, just like that. And then something for up the top there. Yeah, that stamp's lovely. Just do that, just rip off this little edge at the bottom. And pop that one there. Oh, actually, I might take that a little closer to the stamp. When I'm collaging all these little strips, I just keep them because they're great fillers. I'll just take that little bit up the top there and pop that one there. So pretty. Alright, so we'll get sticking, or gluing I should say, in my glue book. So again, I look for what is down first, and that's where I begin. So I'll take this big piece here. Now, just for ease of time, I'm not going to do it today, but you could go through and ink up each individual piece of collage before you put it down. I do love doing that. It creates a very grungy, very grungy finished product there. Alright, so we'll just pop that one down there like so. And then I just like to give everything a really good burnish, just to make sure everything is met with everything. And we're going to put this single strip down the side here. Like so. Oh, we got it upside down. Oh, that was lucky. just like that. And it's gluey fingers. So this is where my little anti-static baby powder tool comes into play, just to get rid of a lot of that stick. Now this beautiful daisy, I'm going to pop that one there. Like that. And this pretty one here, I'm going to pop into there like that. Like so. Alright, so that's the base of my collage done. Now this flappy part here, I'm going to paper up these two here, but yeah, I will be sticking that down over the top of that. So I want something pretty. That text is beautiful there. What else do we have? Well, I think I might use that text piece, so I'll just rip a strip of that. Where did I put my ruler? There it is. I'll rip a strip of this. Like that. Let's take off that little white edge. And I just sort of, yeah, I just stick it down to where I like it, and then I just come back and cut that off. So we'll just stick that down like so. Oh, didn't need to stick all of it, but that's okay. And just line it up so it looks good, like that. And then, yeah, just trim off these little edge pieces here. Like that. And see, one of the pieces that I just trimmed off, I really like this. It's got the 55 cents on it there. So I would just pop that in there somewhere. Just trim it down a little bit like that, and just pop it in, say, there. It just adds a little interest. So when you're doing collage, I think everything can be used. I love collage. Now that's my little flap, so I'm going to stick that down into place. So that becomes a permanent little flap sitting over. Oh, actually, before that dries, I just want to ink up this little edge here, because once it's dried, I won't be able to do that. So I'll just ink up that little edge. Like so. And then stick it down in place. Now this back section here again, I want to do some collaging on that. Pardon me. My allergies have been not happy the last few days, so I apologise if I sound like I have a cold. It is simply just hay fever. I love that daisy, so I'm going to pop that one there. Cut off this white piece off of there, and I'm just going to stick that down. See what I mean? I get glue everywhere. And I really like this daisy, so I want to get as much of that as possible. Like that. Just put that over to the back, give it a good burnish. And then again, just cut off the excess with my gluey scissors. I've so got to try and get myself a nice pair of scissors. There, and across the top like so. And there you go, that is our envelope. Now I'm going to go ahead and ink all this up, ink around the edges of my envelope, just to give it grunginess that I love so much, and to hide some of the white edges that didn't get covered. Just put them along in here. And how cool is that? Easy, easy, easy. Now I wanted to put something here, and I love these tags, and I'm going to put it in as like a little tuck spot where we can put some of those other pieces of ephemera from the digital. You can tuck them in there as a little surprise. Okay, I'm just going to trim this out. Like so. And see, I think that would look really sweet just there. If you come down a little lower, and then that would create a little tuck spot on the front. So I'll just ink up the edges. Now I want to machine stitch this because that's what I do, and I can't machine stitch on camera anymore because the way my room has to be set up, the sewing machine has to be on the other side of the room. But I can get it to the point where put a little hole in there, and then I can put a little tie there. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And now this big journaling card. Let's see how we go with the time. Get this out of this music paper. Now, I will sew again, I will sew around the edges of this card, but off camera, but I just wanted to create the little tie so that when it slips down inside the pocket, you can see it and still be able to pull it out. So I'm going to punch my hole. About like so. And I just wanted to, I've got to grab my laces. I've got this gorgeous big bag of coffee dyed laces, and there's one particular piece in here. Yeah, this one here. It makes really lovely ties. I think it's like some sort of, it is a curtain, some sort of curtaining material. But I've just been cutting it up as strips. Like, you can't tear it, unfortunately. It doesn't like to be torn. So I have to cut it, otherwise I would tear it just to get those really shaggy edges. But that should probably do us. And then I just give it a bit of a pull just to try and fray it up a bit. And it works quite well. And then I'm just going to attach this to the tag. Like that. And then you can pop that one down inside, get it right so that it's covering there, just like that, so you can see it, but you've still got your pull. Now this one here, we'll pretend that this is sewn, and I would stick it down, and then I would machine stitch around the tag, but then also around the three sides of the envelope, and you could go up here too if you wanted to. This one here is lifting a little bit. I'll just put a little bit more glue stick there. Oops. A little bit more glue stick there. And I just thought, because to me it's very vintage, I'm going to just put a little bit of something down the bottom of the envelope. You know, sort of like a little frill down below. That's really sweet. And I do love this netting. That's in camera. I do love this netting, so I'm just going to cut a length of that, like so. And then you just kind of, I'm just going to kind of like bunch it up and sort of somehow put it on there like that, maybe a little bit more uniform than that, so that kind of thing. And then this is very pretty, we could overlay that like that, and then we could put, I think these are gorgeous, like attached with a bulb pin, a little heart like that, or we could put a button cluster on there, or we could do both. You could simply just thread through a bulb pin, so it's really up to you. But I will sew, well, what I can do, I can possibly stick this all together, because I'm going to put this one underneath at the back of the envelope. I'll just get out the Helmer's fabric glue for this one, and I'm just going to run just a nice fine bead down there. Now I'm not going to worry about decorating the back of mine because I will be using it as a page decoration, but if you were going to use it as an insert to a pocket, then you know you would just want to decorate up the back of that as well. So that's pretty. And then I do like this netting, and I just want to kind of put that down there like that. So again, I'll just come in with my glue and just glue along the edge of the pocket. I do use a fair amount of glue. I just like to know that my embellishments are not going to fall off, and we'll just trim that up to the size once it's all in place. This little piece here, I've had this for so long, and this is the end of it now, I think. So I love it. It's a little filigree, like hand crocheted piece of lace. I'll just pop that one down there like that. And then when I machine stitch, I will just come straight through and machine stitch all of that into place. By then the glue will be dry, and this little tuck can sort of like, yeah, nestle in there kind of thing. And I really think that's about done. Once we've done maybe our button cluster on there. How are we going for time? Oh, I'm coming close. And I would, once this is all dry and I have machine stitched it, then I will fiddle with some sort of embellishing on that. You know, a little bulb pin with, not stuck to me, a little bulb pin there with the heart locket attached, or yeah, whatever comes to mind. But I think that's beautiful. I put a little tie on this once I've machine stitched. Actually, I've got this beautiful netting. I might use some of that just as a tie on that tag. Doesn't have to be huge. Let's get this in here. Actually, I like that just like that because I'm going to be machine stitching around this little tag, so I can machine stitch that into place before I stick it down. So, and they just look really lovely inside your junk journals on a page in your junk journal. So that is loose, but you know, something like this, and just pop there in your junk journal. It's just, it's interest, it's pretty, it's something a little bit different, and it serves a purpose because you've got your tuck spot there for the journal card, and then you've got a tuck spot here that you can put another tag or ephemera, other bits and pieces, some tags, things like that in there. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Well, it's not really a tutorial, it's just a craft with me. I don't know everything. I watch a lot of YouTube channels, and I love some of the beautiful ideas out there. So this is my take on Climmy's creations. I don't remember the actual video to be able to link that, but I will link her channel underneath. And yes, please go over and have a look at Kylie's new digital in her shop, PaperDaisyJournals. Really nice, and I've done that, and I've still got so much more to work with here. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have found this interesting and helpful, and yeah, have a go, and I'd love to see some photographs if you do. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday, wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye bye.